So let's see if we can find a parametric equation for the line between the points 1, 2, 3 and 6, 7, 8.
So just make 2 points, doesn't really matter. Just
Okay, so draw your 2 bits. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Then what?
find its displacement vector.
Okay, so the displacement vector between them is this green vector, which is 5, 5, 5. You guys all see that? Okay, now what?
We get to make a parametric function.
Okay, I gotta make a parametric function, right? Or a vector valued function.
Yeah.
So I want L of t is?
We need the distance between that.
Well, distance from the point A to point B.
You don't need it.
You don't need the first point to the origin or anything like that.
I want the first point to the origin, but I don't have to think too hard. What's the displacement vector from this point to the origin?
1, 2, 3.
So I just want to put this into y equals mx plus b form, right?
Yeah.
So what's the slope?
5, 5, 5.
5, 5, 5. So I take my 5, 5, 5. I multiply that by
T.
t. And then I need to start
Plus 1, 2, 3.
at 1, 2, 3. Right, and your book, of course, doesn't make any distinction between
Would that have
this thing as a point, right, and this thing is a vector ending there, right, which actually makes this pretty easy because I just do the point.
Would that lead to 3 different functions?
Very nice. So if I simplify this a little bit, right, and this is kind of the reason I was pushing for the kind of simplified notation. So if I simplify this a little bit, what do I get?
You get 5t plus 1, and you get 5t plus 2 and 5t plus 3.
You guys see that?
Wait. Oh, okay. I'm just combining those.
Right, I'm doing vector addition and scalar multiplication, right? I scalar multiply the t in, and then I do vector addition. That's just component-wise. And so I end up with this idea that L of t, right, is this 3-dimensional point, right? You guys see that? So this is a function from 1 variable into the space of 3 variables.
Okay.
You guys see that? The fact that it starts as 1 dimension means that I'm going to get a picture that looks 1-dimensional in 3 space.
We just leave it like that.
Yeah, this is perfect. This is really the equation I want. So that's the line.
But then you ask for array.
Yeah, what about the array?
What's the IJK?
Okay, we could rewrite in IJKs. I don't have to.
Okay.
Certainly, yeah. 5t plus 1 I plus 5t plus 2j plus 5t plus 3k is another perfectly valid line format.
Can you just write it as that without the IJK?
Yeah, or you can write it as this.
Okay.
Yeah, either way.
As array? Well,
How about, what do I need to get? So, what's array? The line was this thing, right?
yeah. Array is
Array
from
is
1
direction.
point.
Yeah,
You just
array
do
is,
magnitude. You make it a unit.
Testing.
One thing is something else.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's the difference between array and a line?
Array stops
Array.
at 1 point, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Line's
array
for-
stops somewhere. So array has a starting point and goes off to infinity in one direction.
So we'd have to put a constraint on our t's.
Perfect. You guys see that?
Zero.
It's going to be the same equation, right?
Okay.
But I'm going to add to it, right? I'm going to take this stuff and say what? If I want to go that way,
X has to be less.
t,
Less
Oh.
than 1 less than or equal to 0.
Greater than or equal to
yeah,
0.
phrase it as a t has to be, right? T is t's bigger equals 0, right?
Yeah.
Confused with
But then it
backwards.
also has to stop at 6, 7, 8, right? So
No, that'd be a line segment.
Oh,
Rays
okay.
run forever.
okay.
If we did a line segment, right? So I did line segment. Right, that's the PQ line segment I'm talking about.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Line is
Where's
both
the
ways
start?
forever.
Arrays the same way.
Ray is one way forever.
Okay.
Yeah, array is half a line. A line segment is a little chunk of a line.
Half a
Okay.
line.
Okay.
Literally.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you cut a line in half and throw it the other half away. So for a line segment, what would I write? I would write this thing and
T must be between 0 and 5 or something.
Oh, real.
Oh,
t is between 0 and...
whatever.
If I wanted just to go to q, right?
Oh.
Or just to the other point here,
Oh, then 1, 2.
I go from 0 to 1.
You would just write that, like next to that.
Yeah, I mean it depends on what you wanted. So if I was to give you good notation, right? I would rewrite this thing, and t is bigger than 0 for the ray, and for the line segment I would rewrite L, and 0 is less than t is less than 1.
Now we can destroy them with lasers.
Okay.
Check.